Number 3. Until now, it was thought that this complex machine was simply an unrealized idea of Al-Jazari's that only existed as a concept in his manuscript. But amazingly, in Damascus, Syria, a new discovery has emerged that suggests that the remains of a water wheel found on the river Yazid is actually based on Al-Jazari's design, offering us a fascinating glimpse of his genius.
Al-Jazari was really a gifted practitioner. He was not only writing in his tradition, but he was really building them.
Built during the 13th century, the water wheel served the local community for over 700 years. Incredibly, it carried water to a local hospital until the 1970s, a testament to the machine's design and construction. Al-Jazari was a man who would often go back and improve his designs. This amazingly complete example is based on Al-Jazari's third design for a water-raising device and uses a complex system of gearing that is common throughout his work.
In his book, Al-Jazari mentions that this water-lifting device is designed to work by means of scoopers. That is, water falls down on the scoopers from a certain height, causing them to rotate. This in turn drives the pinions and axles which move the water-lifting buckets. This device has the same engineering principles, but rather than water falling, it works by horizontal water power in the Yazid River.
A water wheel is moved by horizontal boards, which cause rotation that drives gears, pinions, and axles to lift the water upward. The water was lifted some 40 feet to the top of the tower.
Up here, there are 3 wooden parts which have survived intact. A horizontal cogwheel was linked to a vertical cogwheel, which transfers the movement to a pulley, where a set of chains and buckets are installed.
The buckets carried water from the river up to the top of the tower, where it was discharged into an aqueduct to flow to the hospital. This incredibly well-preserved device is a magnificent example of the ancients' use of technology to improve the quality of everyday life for their citizens. But it was in Al-Jazari's design for his 4th water-raising machine that he would evolve the technology one step further and revolutionize mechanical engineering forever. It uses a crank system. This is the earliest known use of this technology in a working machine. The crank is described by modern engineers as the most important single mechanical device after the wheel. What makes this invention so incredible is that 500 years later, it would play an integral part in ushering in the modern age.
The use of the crank and connecting it to what we call a camshaft, this had revolutionized machinery and engines like the steam engines and the diesel engines and the petrol engines.
This simple mechanical component allows the conversion of continuous rotary motion into a reciprocating one. Hand-operated cranks had been known for centuries, but the incorporation of a crank-connecting rod system in a rotating machine was an incredible innovation. Modern engineers who have studied Al-Jazari's design have discovered that the horizontal axle of the machine is turned by gears and that the end of the crank slides in the hinged connecting rod, causing it to oscillate around its hinge and thus causing the water bucket to rise and fall. Until modern scholars decoded Al-Jazari's design, it was believed that this system was an invention of 15th century Europe. But remarkably, Al-Jazari was using this crank device in his machine 2 centuries earlier. There are other glimpses of huge water-moving devices which indicate that their technology had become widespread and extremely sophisticated throughout the ancient world. One of the most stunning examples of a fully automated device is an ancient water wheel also known as a noria, many of which still survive today. The best preserved examples are located near Hama in Syria. Described by the Roman engineer Vitruvius, writing in the 1st century BC, the noria is a mega water-lifting machine.
The beauty of the noria is that it runs unattended, it's automatic, it uses natural forces to do the work for you.
These powerhouses have been calculated to raise up to 25 gallons of water per minute.